us tonight on this very special Holy Thursday night, the night we commemorate the Lord's crucifixion and passion. What did I say to you all night long, over and over again? Peace be unto all. That's what I said. Every time I turned to face you, I said, peace be unto all. And you said, enter your script. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I need it because I don't feel peace. I don't feel peace in my heart because I don't feel peace in the world. And there's a lot of anger and a lot of violence and a lot of darkness that seems to be on the rise. And it should trouble us as Orthodox Christians. In The Lord of the Rings, in the book called The Two Towers, a couple little hobbits get lost in the woods and they get picked up by a talking tree. What's his name? Treebeard. He's the oldest tree in Fangorn Forest. And they ask him, Treebeard, why don't you come and help? The Saruman and his orcs are attacking Theoden and his riders. You could do something. He said, why don't I get involved? Why am I not on their side? Because no one is on my side. And that's how I feel as an Orthodox Christian when I look at the troubles of the world. Because most of the conflicts in the world are conflicts between various nations. Some involve Orthodox Christians fighting each other, which is really a scandal to the faith and really a terrible thing. And others are nations where the Orthodox Christians live, but they're a minority and they're squeezed in the middle of two equally dangerous forces. Let's just put it that way. Forces which don't represent them or their best interests and haven't for a long time. And so how do we deal with this? Because when we have passions, the passions cloud our thinking, and the passions call us to take sides. And to think in the world in terms of black and white, easy dualities, which excuse us from having to do the hard work of spiritual life, of Christian forgiveness, of seeing through the conflicts and the nonsense and the propaganda to the real spiritual dimension of these things, which is the devil working his stuff, as usual, in the world. Nobody's on his side. Nobody represents him in any of these conflicts. That's the problem. They would, maybe it would be a whole different kind of thing. But we want to take sides, and we want to say this one's, and maybe some are better, maybe some have the better case, and that's fine. You can argue about that. I'm not going to try to tell you whose side you should pick. But I would say don't treat it that simply and blithely. Realize you need to be on his side. If you're not on his side, then it doesn't matter whose side you pick that you think is more just or more good or whatever. You'll fall into darkness. You'll fall into evil, and you'll support insane atrocities. I feel it myself. Wouldn't it be good if somebody just came in there and just cleaned it up, and stopped all these people and stomped on them with a boot? That has never, ever, ever worked in the history of the world. It's just made it worse. It's not the Christian way. The Christian way is to suffer martyrdom, to suffer for love, to suffer to forgive, and not always to win. We have incredible saints in the life of the church who fought battles and failed. The Serbian saints in particular are a great example of that. They tried to defend their nation. It was a defensive war, but they still died, and now they're considered martyrs. And there are many more people who have done that throughout the world, not through taking up arms, but by preaching peace. By preaching peace. And there's no easy answer to it. You can say, yeah, Father, that's great. You can say that, but that's not, when you've got people shelling your home or raiding your concerts or cutting off your food lines or whatever. All that peace talk goes out the window. Yeah, by that time it's often pretty late. It's pretty late, but you have to be a voice of peace and a presence of peace. To go into the world and say, stop the insanity. Stop everything. Just stop. Chill out. Take a seat. Take several seats. And relax. And let's work this out like human beings, not beasts and demons. Who will listen to us? I don't know. I don't know. We are small people with a small voice, but we have a really big tree. And the one who hangs from it before you has got a really strong voice. So let us hope in him. I pray for peace. I pray for peace. I don't like what I'm seeing. I don't like what I see in our schools right now, in our colleges and our universities across the country. I think it's terrible. I love protest. I'm a protester. I protested many times in my college years. But this is a whole other level of something. It's an unholy alliance. I never would have participated in that when I was that young. I would have attempted it, for sure, because I was young and naive. But this is dangerous stuff. It's darkness. So I pray for peace, and I pray for wisdom, and I pray for all of you to be a good, shining light to everyone in your life, so that you can make this world a better place. That's all you can do. None of you are presidents and prime ministers. But you at least can affect the circle of people around you, and that circle can get bigger, and that circle can affect the next circle, and spread like a glorious contagion of hope. Let's do that for him. If not for the world, because the world doesn't deserve it. The world deserves to go up in flames. That's the truth. Clean it up and finish it. Lord, come and finish it up. That's what the world deserves. But for his sake, who died for it, he thought it was worth something. So let's do it for him, if not for us. Glory be to Jesus Christ.
Glory forever.
I invite you to come now to venerate the crucified one. Tomorrow morning we'll have